and a very warm welcome to Finland and the capital coastal city of Helsinki. And it's a city with a long sporting tradition, having staged events such as 1952 Summer Olympic Games and the first ever World Athletics Championships in 1983. But for the next 8 days, it's the sport of badminton that will take centre stage, as we will be based here in Vantaa, just north of Helsinki, for the 17th staging of the TotalEnergies BWF Sudirman Cup, the World Mixed Team Championships. And this year, we have a completely new format for the Sudirman Cup. Just 16 teams with representation from all 5 continents. Not only teams from Asia, very strong in badminton, and Europe as well, but Tahiti is representing Oceania, Canada for Pan America, and Egypt representing the African continent. So teams from all corners of the globe. And the 16 teams here are divided into 4 groups of 4, and so for the first 5 days of competition, it is the group round robin stage, after which it is only the top 2 teams from each of the 4 groups who will progress through to the quarter-final knockout stage to be played on Friday, semi-finals on Saturday and the final on Sunday. So only 3 countries have ever won this competition. The defending champions are China, the number 1 seeds in Group A. In Group B, we have the 4-time former winners, Korea, and Indonesia were the first ever champions of the Sudirman Cup. They are in Group C, as you can see. But in Group D, we have the beaten finalists from the last Sudirman Cup. The number 2 seeds is Japan. So day 1 of competition, and we'll have 2 sessions a day, and here this morning on court 2 we're starting with a Group A encounter, Thailand against India. Then this afternoon it's the former champions and number 3 seeds, Indonesia, against the National Badminton Federation of Russia. So as far as our match is concerned, with the number 6 seeds Thailand against the number 9 seeds India, when we look at the order of play, we're starting with men's doubles, then it is women's singles, and Chor Chu Wong for Thailand, the beaten finalist at this year's All England Championships, up against the young left-hander from India, Bansop. Then we have men's singles and the 3-time former world junior champion Vitidasdan up against the former world number 1 Kidambi Srikanth. Then it will be women's doubles and a top 8 pair, Kitty Harakun and Prajongjai, up against the Commonwealth Games bronze medalists Ponapa and Reddy. Then we'll finish with a mixed doubles and the winners of 3 titles in 3 weeks earlier this year, Puavaranukro and Teurat Tanachai, up against a surprise scratch pairing of Sai Praneeth and Tanisha Thrusto. Now in the group stage, of course, we play all 5 matches within the tie. When we get to the knockout stage, the quarterfinal knockout stage, if the tie is already decided, then any dead matches are not contested. But here in the group, we contest all 5 matches. All the fans in at the stadium for this morning session, and I can tell you that Thailand, who we're about to watch, have reached the semi-final 3 times, including on the last 2 occasions. And I think they're a team which consists of a blend of proven experience and youthful potential. India, on the other hand, have twice reached the quarter-final stage, but have actually suffered a blow with the last-minute withdrawal of their top men's doubles pair, Wanki Reddy and Shetty. Shetty apparently not well, so unable to make the trip here to Finland. Well, our court officials for our first match of this Group A tie, here is Metspelu of Estonia, who will be the umpire, and Bert van Horenbeck of Belgium, the service judge. Well, I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that sitting alongside me is Morten Frost. And Morten, we can't escape the fact that it is very disappointing for the Indian team that the top men's doubles pair has withdrawn at the last minute, plus the fact that their two Olympic silver medalists, Olympic medalists in the women's singles, PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal, neither of them wanting to come to this event.
Yes, I completely agree with you that it's obviously quite disappointing. There's one thing I do not understand is the fact that yes, Shetty might be Indian, but I would still liked to have seen Ranki Reddy here, because he would have made a huge difference in the mixed doubles for the team.
Yes, exactly, because I briefly alluded to the fact that Sai Praneeth, who was a bronze medalist in the men's singles at the last World Championships in Basel, he's playing mixed doubles. I don't think I've ever seen him on a doubles court, let alone a mixed doubles court.
No, that's true. I've never seen it either, so of course we know that men's singles players can do well in mixed doubles, but as you say, this is the first, and we are looking forward to see how he's doing.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Morten, because I was doing my research earlier this week when we've been here in Vanta, and you played a mixed doubles. You were known as a world #1, 8-time All-England finalist in men's singles, 4-time winner of the All-England men's singles title. You played a mixed doubles in the Sudirman Cup, but I don't think you were that successful, were you?
I think I lost it.
Kia.
Yeah, I think we lost it. But I of course completely blocked it out of my mind. But yes, when you know, as a coach, you're looking for new men's mixed doubles players, you very often actually look to the men's singles to see whether you can transfer some from the men's singles to the mixed doubles.
Well, that's very interesting, because I know you did exactly that when you were working in Malaysia with Tan Kieng Meng.
Yeah.
And now a very, very fine mixed doubles pair. But here come the pairs for the first of our matches within this tie. A little confusing that both teams are wearing the same blue tracksuit tops. Very nice colour too, I might add. This is the first meeting between these two pairs. And for Thailand, it's Supak Jomkoh and Kedren. So, the toss of the coin, and the players will change ends before the start of the warm-up period. The Thailand pair in the pink shirts. For India, we have Arjun and Kapila. Arjun is the shorter of the two Indian players, and with the Thai pair, it's Kedren, who is the shorter of the two men. Well, as far as the Thailand pair is concerned, they only formed their partnership at the Yonex Thailand Super 1000 event at the beginning of the year, and they had a pretty successful time, because they reached the second round, and for the first two tournaments that they'd ever played, I thought that was pretty impressive. So here is Arjun and Kapila. This is Kapila, and this is Super Jomkoh, 25 years of age. .5'7". So here is the shorter of the two men. Former World Junior Champion, incidentally, Kedren. He is 25 years of age, born in Jomkoh, in southern Thailand. It's near the Malaysian border. They're ranked 154 in the world at the moment, but they've only played 2 tournaments towards that world ranking, and to get anything sort of a realistic world ranking, you will have to play a minimum of 10 tournaments. So that is not a reflection of their capabilities and their standards. So to Arjun, and in case you're wondering what the MR stands for, it's Medical Ramchandran. He's 24 years of age, as you can see, from Kochi in Kerala, on the southwest coast of India. He and his partner are ranked 47 in the world at the moment, which is 1 place down from their highest ranking, which was 46. Kapila, just 21 years of age, from Ludhiana in the Punjab region of North India. He's a tall man. He's just about 6 foot tall as we look at our court officials for this one. So I think this could be a bit of an interesting match, to be honest.
I think it's really, really important for India to win this one, to keep their hopes alive in the game. I think the Thailand team looks a little bit more balanced, so I think it's important for India to win this one. So let's see how it goes.
On my right, Thailand, represented by Jomkoh, Kedren and Jomkoh. And on my left, India, represented by Kapila and MR Arjun. Thailand to serve, Jomkoh, Kedren to MR Arjun. Level. Play.
So this Group A encounter.
What a start. What a trick shot.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Well, I think we can safely say he was feeling confident. What a shot from Arjun. India closest to us as we're looking down the courts. Against Thailand, who's made the semi-final of the Sudirman Cup on the last 2 occasions. Now I think this Indian pair is quite exciting. They only formed their partnership in 2019, about this time of year, October, the time they reached the quarter-final stage. But the few occasions I've seen with Kapila playing, I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, the partnership did extremely well in the Asian Team Championship in 2020 against Assam and Setioran, where they lost 23-21 in the 3rd and final game. Just shows that, Assam and Setioran is obviously one of the pairs in the world to beat. So that was a very, very fine performance.
And not only that, they were 14-11 up in that 3rd game before they lost.
Just shows that they have great qualities.
Yeah. We've known a lot about Arjun. We've seen him for many a year. He used to play with Shrock, reached number 32 in the world. But I think India should be pretty excited about this new pairing.
Yeah, and despite that, they're still just the number 3 ranked pair in the world. So they still have a lot of things going for them.
Hasn't really settled the match yet, has it?
No, it's a little bit of a nervous start from both of the pairs, and it's just so normal. And we also know that it's quite different to play team events rather than playing the individual events, because the whole team is riding on the back of you, and you have to do well in order for the team to do well.
Different pressures.
Definitely.
Oh, that's a lovely interception from Kapila.
Service over. 5-4.
But somehow I feel that the start from the Indian combination has been slightly better than their opponents, because I think they have managed to get into more attacking situations, as we just saw here.
And doubles is all about the attacking
It's
situations.
all about initiative.
Well, the drive serve got the advantage he wanted.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's super.
Beautiful, beautiful follow-up. And I like the fact that he served wide, and that follow-up that really set the whole situation up nicely for him. Well played.
Another drive
Yeah,
serve.
once again.
Service over. 5-8.
But with a drive serve like that, it should not come that often, because then the surprise element is kind of disappearing.
Yeah. Well, Kedren, the man about to serve, he's making his third Sudirman Cup campaign. And on the previous two, he's played a total of 5 matches. He hasn't actually won a match so far in his Sudirman Cup campaigns. He'll be desperate to put that right here today.
Oh, clash of rackets.
That's nice work from Kedren, wasn't it?
It was. And I liked the back when he blocked it and really took command at the front of the court, forced the lift. And then, of course, having his really strong partner, Jomkoh, at the back with good smashing power.
Yeah. Well, it's an extraordinary scoring pattern so far. 4 straight points to the Indian pair, then 4 points to Thailand, 4 points to India, and now 4 points to Thailand. It's a run of 4 points all the way at the moment. Oh, there's the trick shot again. Superb.
Service over. 9-8.
Good interception.
Oh, it's called goods. They're going to challenge.
Yes.
Kapila challenges 4-8.
Well, it was the best rally of the match so far.
Yeah.
What was your feeling? What was it in?
I think it's in. Our position is not too good, but it looks into me, and I think it was a little bit of a desperate move to try to call it out.
Yeah. Good call, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful.
You're absolutely right,
One
Morgan.
challenge remaining. Service over. 9-all. Play.
Oh, that was an opportunity for Jomkoh.
It was a bad shot, I think, from Arjun, going cross-court from a low position, and I think he was quite lucky to get away with that one. Oh, that's out.
That's wide.
Yeah.
They went fast and furious that last rally, but it means that India go to the mid-game interval in this first match within the tie. Here in game one with a 2-point advantage. Look at these exchanges. Well, it appeared to me as if there was some discussion there with the Indian players and coach about taking pace off.
Yeah, they want to play more block shots in order to get the lifts and not go into the flat exchanges. And we saw in the very last rally how Kedren was intercepting on the flat exchange. He was very unlucky to play that wide of the court. But nevertheless, it showed us his ability at the front of the court in these flat drive exchanges.
Yeah.
So they've got to watch out. Arjun and Kapila. Oh, almost got her back. I don't know what your feeling is, Jill, but I sort of sense that there are much more into Jomkoh and Kedren than what we've seen so far in the first half of the first game. I feel they have a lot more to give yet.
Absolutely. Lots of support from Thailand teammates. Oh, service foul called too high. Called on Kedren.
In this instance, I felt that Kapila was pushing that shot too far down the court, and that gave Kedren a very, very good chance of playing that flat drive. Oh, that's a beauty. Once again.
They're very tricky on the return of serve, aren't they, the Indian players?
Yeah, really well played.
Oh, that's a nice defence. I like that from Kapila.
Yeah, that's the problem for Kedren when he's attacking from the back. A lot of his attacks are becoming a little bit too flat, which means they are it's quite easy to counter-attack it, as what we saw here. Not steep enough. And that's definitely his forte at the front of the court.
His lack of height. I mean, he's only 5'4". It's difficult for him from the back of the court to get the angles that's required in men's doubles.
It is. I think Arjun and Kapila are really responding well to the pressure from two Thailand players now. Creating this small gap, this sign for
And oh, that's a nice put away. Well, she generated some power with that backhand kill with very little backswing.
Yeah, that was some awesome technique. Really well played.
He had the luck of the net cord, didn't Super Jomkoh.
Yeah, but Arjun really have a lot of confidence in his serving situation. I like the way that he is approaching his serve. Very confident indeed.
Oh, goodness. He walked into that one, didn't he? Just stepping
Certainly
forward.
did.
Kedren read it well. Nice. Big gap. Well, that was an important point.
Yeah, the problem for Jomkoh and Kedren was that both were going for the same shot, and of course that completely opened up the full court. They need to trust one another a little bit better on these half-court shots, and that's a clear sign of a new partnership.
Yeah. That's gone long of the back line, and it's game point opportunities now for India. I do like the rotational play from the Thai pair. It's another demonstration of how one moves slightly out, the other one moves forward.
Yeah.
So the first of the 4 game points has been well saved.
Pressure on the serve now, that's a beautiful response. Perfect serve, clipping the top of the tape.
Oh, service foul called this time on Jomkoh, and that gifts the opening game to India in the form of Arjun and Kapila. 21-18, opening game in favour of India. Opening game lasting just 17 minutes. Oof. Well, impossible for us to really tell the height of that serve. Deemed default by our service judge, Bertram Horemek. So opening game, 21-18 and 17 minutes. So the Indian pair of Arjun and Kapila, one game to the goods in this opening match of this Group A tie, Thailand against India. So what can the Thai pair of Jomkoh and Kedren do? Well, if the Indian pair keep playing like that, they're going to have the work cut out, is the answer.
I think the problem for the Thailand combination at the moment is that they're not often enough getting into their favourite format, where Kedren is at the front and Jomkoh at the back, and of course having that initiative with the smash from the back and the interception by Kedren at the front. They're not very often into that favourite situation, and I think that's one of the problems for the Thailand pair. How to change it, I think, rather than go into all the flat exchanges, they take any chance and then they go for it. They should play a bit more block shots in order to get the lifts. So let's see if they can change it around a little bit more, put a little bit more variation into the game.
Oh, take that. Isn't that what the Indians were doing to them in the opening game?
It was revenge.
I love it when players do that. You do that to me, mate, I'll do it to you.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah, stayed in.
Is that an indication that there's a bit of a drift in the arena, do you think?
I've been watching, but so far I'm not sure. I wouldn't call it. But I love that lift from Kedren, because the lift was not just a lift, it was a pressure lift, and it was played with a purpose, and it kept his opponent completely out of balance as and when he had to hit it. So that was really well played.
K. Robertson Martens from Belgium. Service judge. Kai Otto, Finland. Please welcome the technical officers for World 1.
Oh, that's a glorious shot from Kapila. Under severe pressure, he still managed to guide the shuttle across court.
Yeah, he really found the gap. Well played.
In the tie between China and Finland, men's singles, Lu Guangzhou, China versus
That is good. Really close that net down well. Move forward straight away, knowing that the Indian pair actually want to turn it on them by playing this block shot. And that was closed down so nicely.
Yeah, well played. Supak Jomkoh. Oh, that's nice defence as well from Kedren.
Trying to have a look at how the Thailand combination is moving their opponents on the back line from side to side and putting them out of balance, meaning the attack from the back is not as good as what it could be.
advantage. All that hard work. Back level. And more than the worrying thing for Thailand fans is that this seems to have happened, this 5-point run to get back level seems to have happened in a blink of an eye.
Yes, and with quite a few mistakes on behalf of Jomkoh and Kedren. Not good enough quality in their shots.
Wow, this is extraordinary. 6 straight points.
Yeah. As you said, it's quite extraordinary. 7 points in a row here.
If it had been 7 points from 1-1, one wouldn't think too much of it because they'd won the opening game, but they seem to be in dire straits at 3-8 down. And the Thai pair appeared to be really finding their form.
Ladies and gentlemen, to my right, China, represented by Lu Guangzhou. To my left, Vietnam.
That was a sort of half smash from Arjun and nothing for the Thai pair to feed off on the defensive play.
Yeah, I like the steepness of the shot. It was not just a half shot to half-paced shot. It was a very steep shot. Made it his opponent retrieve that shot from a very, very low position. I think it's Jomkoh trying to play the block shot.
So, 1 game to the goods and 1 point up in the second game. The Indian pair. So again, and 11-10 up. Arjun and Kapila. Good return from Kedren. I think that goes down as a forced error in my opinion from Kapila.
It was badly deflected.
Yeah, by the net cord.
Yeah. Yeah, it's anyone's guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I still think true to normal tactics. the pair in having the initiative in attack is also the pair that's winning the rallies. It's very seldom we see pairs from a defensive situation turning it around and winning it. And here, another fine example of when you have the initiative, you've got the attack, that's the pair who's winning.
Yeah. But what a delightful final shot from Arjun.
It was actually perfect. It was really, really nicely played.
Isn't that super?
Yeah.
Oh, good interception. Two gold medals at the South Asian Games, Kapila. Back in 2019, men's doubles and mixed doubles, the doubles double. Yeah, and I just sense, Morton, that the Thai pair are beginning to lose
confidence.
Yeah.
Belief.
Yeah.
You can see it at the body language. I think they find it hard right now. And this is where the coach really have to step in and get some fire into his partnership on court.
Of the last 18 points to Arjun and Kapila. Oh, good flips. Oh, it's just wide. Just wide. Oh, it was very deceptive, I know that.
Perhaps a little bit too ambitious there by Arjun. Looking at it from an Indian perspective, I think they just have to keep it steady and safe. Had a 4-point cushion, now is 3 points, but still it's a very nice cushion here at the end of the second game. And keep it safe, keep it steady, perhaps that's enough to take it home.
That's well wide from Jomkoh. Oh yes, I do like the way the Indian pair, both players, are using the little variation on pace, the little blocks, doing it very nicely indeed. Look at that from Arjun.
Yeah, I think both players are sort of displaying what I would call the beautiful traditional Indian technique. They have really very nice variety into their shots.
Yeah. So, after being well behind in this second game, now the Indian pair on the verge of victory. Match point opportunities, 5 of them. Oh, what a taken from Kedren. Oh, goodness. Well, that emphasises what you were saying earlier, Morton, that when he's at the net, Kedren, it's very much their favoured formation. He
Definitely. He's good.
He's very quick at the net, isn't he?
He is. And I like the way he played the block shot and really took control of the net. That was excellent play.
are leaving it late, aren't they? But you just never know. Two match points well saved. Another 3 remain, so for the Indian there. But it proves third time lucky as far as Arjun and Kapila are concerned. 21-18, 21-17. And their margin of victory in the first match of this Group A tie. Just about 36 minutes for the victory. And India off to the perfect start. Morton was saying they needed to win this men's doubles to give this Indian team hope of winning the tie. A bit of a Usain Bolt there, half-hearted, but almost. Anyway, there's confirmation of the scoreline: 21-18, 21-17 in 36 minutes. So, with the first of our matches in this tie concluded, we can look forward to the second match. And up next will be women's singles. Pompey Chorchuwan, the beaten finalist at this year's All England Championships, will be up against the 20-year-old left-hander Malvika Bonsa of India.
Let's welcome the technical officers for Court 2.
So, as that graphic confirms, that India